Well, temperatures this morning not quite as cold as they have been the past few mornings. That's something we can hold on to as we look forward into more wintry weather. You can blame the groundhogs, not me. So out there we've got temperatures right now, those lower 30s across the bluegrass. Feels like temperatures are a little bit cooler, the mid to upper 20s. 27 degrees is what we're feeling like here in Lexington, 19 down in Williamsburg. So you'll still want to keep that coat on, hat, coats, gloves, all of the above, because it's still looking cold. And we've already got a couple of snow showers that have been starting to move through the bluegrass, looking like we're starting to see that right now, mainly north of 64. And we're even looking at maybe a band of some pretty decent snowfall to the very far northern portions of our viewing area, north of Williamstown and Flemingsburg. For the most part, what we're seeing here, very light snowfall. I'm not even convinced that we're seeing a lot of it making it to the ground just yet. I just took a step outside here in Lexington and I didn't see any snow falling, but I'm going to pull a Lorelei Gilmore here and I'm going to say it did smell like snow. I do believe her. I think you can kind of smell when it's coming. So I still think that we are going to see some light snow showers through this morning. Because of that, we have our winter weather advisories kind of starting at different times here for some of us. So further to the north, where we're already starting to see that kind of heavier band setting up near Williamstown, Flemingsburg, we're actually seeing that winter weather advisory starting at 7 a.m. That goes until 10 p.m. So that earlier start time accounts for the snow that we've got this morning. Then further to the south, right along 64 and to the west of 75, we're seeing that from 1 p.m. until 2 a.m. because we're not expecting to see a bulk of that snowfall that might cause impacts until later on today. Then as we look to the east of 75, that goes from 10 a.m. until 12 a.m. So could still maybe see some late morning impacts as we get that band of heavier snow start to sink down further to the south. Still looking at those evening commutes as well. So there's kind of the reasoning why we're seeing all those different starts times for us. Overall, if you're in one of those counties north of 64, just know you could see a little bit of an impactful snow event. Nothing that's too crazy though. We'll start to get more of that snow moving in just barely into our area as we get towards lunchtime. That's when we start to see some of our rainfall starting as well. More meaningful precipitation through the early afternoon, so some heavier rain showers possible, some heavier snow bands as well, and then in between we start to get that mix of both the rain and the snow there. The good news, we're not looking at any kind of ice or sleet because it's going to be so cold above the surface, and at the surface we're right at freezing that for the most part we're just going to see rain mixed in with some big heavy snowflakes. So that's good news, but still that could cause some slushy conditions. And then on the backside of that, once we have a cold front moving through, we are going to see that transitioning into all snow there. So could still see some snow towards portions of the southern bluegrass as well. Things that we're looking out for, we're going to be seeing again slushy conditions possible, maybe a little bit of snow accumulation, especially to the north where we see mostly snowfall. Also going to see temperatures dropping into our day on Wednesday and into Thursday as well, back down into the teens, possibly single digits, then 20s for Thursday afternoon. So to sum that all up, wet slushy snow accumulations possibly up to an inch along and north of 64, but we see above freezing temperatures as we go further to the south, so that keeps it at rain with a couple of those snowflakes towards the end. With those impacts, could see that evening commute be a little bit tricky in spots, especially where it snows. Could get around 1 to 2 inches possible. I think here in Lexington, likely to see a little bit less than that, maybe around half of an inch. A light coating where we start to see that transition, and then a few flakes at the end. Probably not going to see much, especially with those wet roadways from all the rain that we will be getting there. Then following that, again, temperature is going to be cold heading into Wednesday and Thursday before we maybe track another little clipper system kind of similar to this one, perhaps for the end of this week.